Hey everybody. In this video I wanted to go over the equipment that I use when making videos, in case any of you out there would like to start making your own videos. So obviously you need something to record the videos, something to record the audio, as well as lighting, and accessories such as a tripod. I also use the Canon Connect app, which is free. I use it on my phone. And with that, you can take pictures. Well, you can control the camera with your phone. So I can just sit down here and press record on my phone. And I actually usually do that, so I don't have to run to the camera and hit record and then run back, And I also do that to take pictures. If no one's with me, I use a tripod and that app to take pictures. So other accessories might include, a camera bag, which my camera came with a bag. And I have a microfiber cloth as well for cleaning. I usually clean in a circular motion, the front of the lens very lightly if it gets dusty or, if there's anything on it. You don't really have to clean it too often. And sometimes I'll clean my LCD screen with that microfiber cloth. Now, I would not try to clean the sensor of the camera unless you really know what you're doing, because you can damage the camera. For the sensor of your camera, if it's really dirty or you feel that it needs cleaning, I would send that to Canon and let them clean it. So, I guess that takes care of that. Oh yeah, I was also going to mention a lot of cameras do have a self-cleaning mechanism. I believe it shakes the sensor to shake dust particles off. I'm not really sure, but I know the Canon cameras, the 70D and the 80D have that as well. So the camera I use is the Canon EOS 80D, and I have some notes in front of me in case I forget anything. My camera came with, obviously, the kit lens, the 18 to 55 millimeter lens, and a wide strap, battery charger, an extra battery, and the interface cable was not included, but I use the EOS utility on my computer, and you can you can download that as well. I'll send you a link in the description. But what that allows you to do is download images wirelessly from your camera to your computer. If you're getting a camera, you may want to consider a few things. The camera that I use shoots in up to 60 frames per second, 1080p. Now, if you want 4K video, you may have to look at, another camera. I wanted a DSLR, and I'm fine with 1080p. And I didn't go with a compact camera because I wanted to be able to change the lens on the camera. But you can get really good mirrorless cameras that, shoot in 4K, and that might be an option. A lot of them are more expensive than the DSLRs, though. Recommended starter lenses. There's the EF 50mm. It has an f-stop of 1.8. I have that lens. And I chose to get the 24mm as well. It has a 2.8 f-stop. And what f-stop is, really, just in simple terms, it boils down to, for me anyway, I use it as a guideline for what aperture I can use, and that's how much light the lens can take in. There's a lot more to it than that, but basically if you have a lower f-stop, your camera has a larger aperture with a lower f-stop, And a larger aperture allows you to take in more light with your camera, and it's better in low light situations. And you know, it's better for, I believe, for portrait shooting, and you can get the I believe it's pronounced bokeh effect in the background of your images. As far as audio, I use the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, and I got the Studio Boom Kit. It comes with a boom pole and mic stand, as well as a 25-foot cable that connects from your microphone to your camera. If you're shooting a video like I'm shooting, I have the microphone directly above me. I have the stand that's coming out over my head, and I have the microphone directly up above me, because, you know, the closer the microphone, the closer the microphone is to you, not only do you increase how clear and crisp the audio is, you know, and the input gain of the audio, so people can hear you clearly, but you also had to think for a moment. Echo. Yes, echo. It reduces the amount of echo. I find when the microphone is far from me, and I was also at one time using a condenser microphone, the AT2035. With that, I had to have 48 volts, you know, phantom power to run it from my audio interface to my computer. But with that microphone, for some reason, I got a lot of echo, and the input, the gain with the audio interface, it wasn't loud enough in recording. I often had to go in and amplify the volume after the fact. And you also have to sync your audio and video if you go that route, versus if you plug the microphone directly into your camera, you don't have to sync audio and video. So that's always a plus. And the microphone also attaches to your camera, to the top of your camera, and you can hook it into your camera and use it for vlogging or for, you know, close-up videos. Like, another lens that I didn't mention is the 10 to 18 millimeter lens. It has an f-stop. The one I looked at is about $250, and it has an f-stop of 4.5 to about 5.6. A lot of YouTubers use that for vlogging, because the lower the millimeter on your lens, the wider the video or image you get. So you can hold the camera really close to you, and it'll still pick up a lot of the background plus you. You know, versus if I hold the 50 millimeter this far from me, it's just going to get like this much of my head. You know, it's going to be way too focused. You can't use it for vlogging. But for a sit-down video, it's nice to use. You still have to have it a good ways away from you. And that's really the gist of it. As I can see, you know, you have your video in the form of your camera of choice. You have your audio. And the reason I use external audio is the camera's audio, you need a better audio quality. So you need to get a microphone, really, because audio is really important in a video. If you have bad audio, then the whole video is bad. So some sort of external audio. The lighting I use, I didn't go over this. I believe I just paid I believe it was about $100. There's a light on either side of me. It comes with a stand and then the bulbs and the covers for the bulbs. It's the Fovitec Studio Pro lighting kit. And I'll put a link to all these items in the description as well. And the tripod, I believe it's pronounced Dolica Proline tripod. That was a $50 tripod. It's not as sturdy as a good quality Manfrotto tripod, but those can run $250, $300. So, I mean, for $50, it's a really good tripod. And that's all. I just wanted to go over my equipment, and maybe you too can start filming some videos and just having fun with creating content and using your camera, and maybe you have a better understanding of the equipment involved in making YouTube videos and making videos in general. My name's Caleb, and I'll see y'all later.